G'day and welcome back to Stitch Up and another episode of Airport CEO. Just as these planes just land now, we're going to go back to regular speed and just have a look at exactly what's happening here. These planes here will be heading towards the Terminal 1 at New London International Airport. So a few things have happened since the last episode, and I just thought I would bring you up to speed. You might be looking down at the bottom right hand corner. The major thing here is that New London International has now made $2 million in profit. We've also not only done that, but we've added in these extra gates as well, just so on par with what we're already doing. Nothing, no extra planning, and we've added in those as well. So just to get money in, and I've got the 6 gates, and that's what we've done. We actually made 2.7 million, and what we did is we bought this block of land, and I'll take you through exactly why and what we're going to be doing in this episode. This is going to be a new building episode, so I hope you're going to enjoy that. The sun's about to come up. It's 5:25. It's summer. There's grass on the ground, and we'll be building in the sun. You could also see here I've put a green wedge all around the arrivals area, and in the middle lots of trees, and I love that you put the trees down and it makes them all quite random and tropical. So that's really cool. I'm really happy with how that's all looking at the moment. I'm not going to put them along here just for now because I think we're going to be demolishing a lot of this and expanding. Just as these flights have come in and are unloading their passengers, you'll also notice that we've probably these 3 double check-in desks. Now my theory is with 6 gates there's not enough desks, because we'll get 4 or 5 flights trying to arrive and we haven't got enough desks. So we're going to be redesigning everything, but I'm just thinking about how I want this to work, because really I want to start working on the new airport, and this is going to be the existing airport that's bringing the money in, but I want to also be thinking about how we change this over to its new format. So first thing we're going to do is lay down the new runway structures and regimes, and that'll be the very first thing that we do for the new airport. So I've decided I want to run 4 runways, full length, but let's see here, we'll put them down as small runways and then we'll do the upgrades. Now I want to just think about how I want them to land. So I think what we want to do is we want them landing in from the left, so landing in this way. Alright, so if we go rotate, yep, and then we want to be able to extend this one to the north, but I also want to be able to put extra taxiways on either side. So I've got to consider that I don't mind that there'll be extra room. So let's put him here, and I think that's pretty good. So there'll be 1 runway there. Hang on, got to think about where the edge of that runway is going to be and where the other ones, because then I'm going to put another 2 runways along here. So 1, 2, and 3, 4. So what we'll try and do then is we'll put this runway here, and we'll see if we can just make that the exact thing. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. Hang on, 1. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I don't know if that was just 10 then. That is going to be interesting to work out exactly how far that's going to be. Yeah, let's put him there and there. So we might just make it here and here, and then we'll work out what's happening around it. Enough room for a fence on the other side as well, maybe a little airport road. And let's put him, say, there, right? And that'll be there, and then we want the other one taking off, so it's going to be 1, it's going to be 1, 2, hang on. So that lines up perfectly, and then we want to do it here, so it's going to be sort of, okay, so it's going to be, what is it, 1, 2, 3, hang on, let's scroll in here so we can see and count this in. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, we can't do that, so it's going to be 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1. We can't do that, can we? Damn, we can't actually do that. Alright, let's put 1 runway in there and get some taxiways in, and then we can actually work out exactly how to build that. So if I can do this, I'll go small runway, let's go a taxiway foundation, and in fact I think we got rid of all of our builders, so let's get these guys hired again. Operations and builders, and we want to hire everyone, please. Deploy all contractors. Thank you. And we'll go to speed 2 just while they deploy those and get this built. And then we'll start to just put in a few things to help us build this. In the meantime, the airport is going to be on reasonable pricing and just middle of the road pricing, and just making some money for us. 4 runways are 400,000, and then we're going to be upgrading and extending, but I want this to be fairly symmetrical, so this will be a little bit of planning here. So I might do this, which is 20, 20 and 20. Okay, so we're going to do this. Okay, so let's see how many squares it is. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's 9. It's on the 10th square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yep, so it's on the 10th. And then here it is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2. So 22 spaces there. Yep. Okay. So the next one's going to have to be, actually let's just put this in then, let's go here. So taxiway foundation, it's going to be 10 there, so it'll be 1. So you got there 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, cool. And then here it's going to be there, so that's 22. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 22. Okay, cool. So the next one is going to be 22 up, so it'll be 1, that's 8, 9, 10, and then 1, hang on, 10, so then it'll be another 10, please. Hang on. Ooh, yeah, is that right? Yeah. We want that to be another 10, thank you. So it's 10. And we want this to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So that'll be there. And then this one will be 10, but it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it needs to be 22. Cool, so it's going to be there. So the next one is going to be small runway, and it's going to be facing here, because it's going to be one taking off, one landing, one taking off right into each other. And so it's going to be there to there. But it's going to be here. So that would be the equivalent of it. Does that look right? So it's going to be, hang on, it's going to be that far across and that far up. There we go. That's it. We've not unlocked this area yet. Oh, that's going to be too much into that. Because we haven't got that, and that's going to the next tile. Right, well in that case maybe we should just put it here. No, that won't work. Oh yeah. We can't do that yet, can we? Well, we could unlock that tile and then that would work. Okay, let's do that. So let's buy our next tile, 750,000. Wow. Okay, cool. So in that case we can do the exact thing that we just wanted. So it'll be here and here. So it'll be there plus there. So it's going to be exactly there. Let's hope that's it. Yeah, okay. Now what we want to do is see if we can get rid of all this, please, and yep, and all that, thanks, and all that. Okay, so unfortunately they're going to take time demolishing those, but that's alright. We're on speed 2, so hopefully that'll go pretty well. Okay, now I wanted to put in the other 2 runways. We might as well get those 2. Well, we won't be able to put one in there, but if you look at this, let's see what sort of taxiways we want in between. So we need 2 parallel. I don't think we've left ourselves enough room here. If I go like this, will he... Yeah, he'll get rid of that. So we get it back. I think we've got 100,000 back there. Yeah. Okay. And I think what we'll do is we'll put it... In fact, let's not worry about symmetrical here. Let's just do this. So we want 4... Hang on, we want it to be out as far, which is there. So line him up with that. And maybe we'll put him so far about here. That's lining up. So let's put him about there. And then what we can do is we can put, yep, so we'll put him there facing that way. And now we can put a taxiway foundations, and let's go for, straight away we want the asphalt foundations. And I've decided on the new airport, or the new layout, everything's going to be asphalt. So, let them build that one. Let's see, we get rid of those guys, please. Yep. That's that one gone. Okay, cool. So I'm not going to extend the runway this way at all, but I am going to extend the runway in the other direction. So let's put in some connectors. In fact, let's get him onto asphalt straight away. Upgrade, and we'll get him onto, here we go. So we want it to asphalt 60,000. Yeah. And when we extend it, we're going to extend it this way as far as we can go. Cool. Okay, so that is how that's going to work for the moment. Down the middle we'll have a taxiway going, so let's do him. So these are going to be taken off that way, so we'll do that as this. We might have to wait because we've got the roads around there. So we'll go to aircraft infrastructure, and we'll go to taxiway stands, junctions, runway entry exits. So we want the, try for this one to start with. Yep, so it'll be like that. That would mean he has to turn around, so that's not too bad. We could do that quite nicely, at least for now. Yeah, let's do that. And then what we'll do is we'll put a taxiway up the middle of taxiway, and everything's going to be this. Yep, taxiway. Okay, taxiways have to be, well, we wanted 3 for the moment, but we want to be able to extend to 5. So if I think about this, I want to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then that'll be the size of the taxiway, and then the other runway would be there. But for the moment we're going to do this as 5 and 5, so we'll do that, and then we'll go 3 off the middle, and we'll do this all the way up. Yep, and we'll do that to, say, there. Hang on, just 3 across, please. Okay, we'll do that. Alright. And now what we're going to do is get this guy into upgrading to tarmac. Asphalt. Yep. And let's see, okay, cool. So now we want to extend him. So we don't want him extended to the south anymore, but we want to extend it to the north. So let's go here, upgrade, and we'll go extend to the north, 20,000. So we can get him to, is that including, is that doing it there? Yeah, he keeps extending it to the north. and we'll just see how big these runways are. So these runways are massive at the moment, which is pretty good. And that, if you have a look at that for the size of the thing, that's a huge runway. It runs the whole length of it, which is great. Yeah, we just used up heaps of money doing that, so that's all right. We'll now run. So these guys, so there was a gap of. So if I go here, so it's going to be aircraft stands, and it's going to be entries, and it's going to be that one. We'll try for this one at the moment. No, we'll try for this one at the moment, and it's going to be like this. I don't mind them coming in and swinging around too, so that's pretty good. Oh yeah, that would get him straight on there. Hang on, we've hit the wrong key there. Yep, so let's work out how far down the end of the runway he needs to be. Right down the end, and it would be there. So that's pretty good. Yep, and so then it would be taxiway foundations, and we want to put 5 across. Yep, and 5 by 5. And then we decided as well. So that's 5 by 5. Yep, and then is that 5 by 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, 5, and then 3 off. 5 there, and then we want to go 3 off here. That's a big runway, that one. And then we want to run this all the way down. This is going to cost how much? 1, 2, 3, 4, 2. Yep. Oh, look at that, works out perfect. 150,000 for that taxiway. Brilliant. So that's a long taxiway, but I think that's going to be great. I'm really happy with that at the moment. I think that's going to be a nice way of running it. Planes will have to sort of come all the way up. Once we get this up and running, we can actually run our current traffic off this and get rid of all this and put service roads straight through, and we can have the service roads going straight into the up the guts of it, and just free up all this space. So that's not too bad. So I won't put any care into repairing this runway or doing anything like that. We're just going to see if we can get this one up and running. So yeah, we'll see them build that and how that all comes along. Let's have a look at the size of this runway. You can't even see it on one part of the screen. You have to scroll. That's brilliant. So cool. Be interesting to see the planes take off on that. Yeah, and I don't think you want it much bigger because I like these approaches. But I wonder if you do extend it if the approaches go outside the game boundary. That's quite a big space though. Got to remember as well, planes landing will then need to take time getting in and out of getting to these runways. So we'll see how it goes, and we're going to have a whole lot of both remote stands, which you know, I was a skeptic about, but I kind of love remote stands from what I've seen so far. Yeah, that's going to be really interesting to see remote stands because they're really cool, and I've got some great plans for remote stands at this airport, this big airport. But obviously we'll need to do conveyor belts and baggage first, and then we'll need to, after that, do some lovely fueling. Well, before that actually we'll be doing fueling for the commercial jet airliners, which would be fantastic. Okay, look at that. That's such a lovely one, isn't it? Okay, here we go. Let's see here. So we can go down here and down here. So these are all obviously expandable to 5, and then you've got a nice big gap sort of in between those. So that will come out to here, and you've still got a lovely gap in between the two runways. We'll have another runway there, and then these two runways will somehow interact with these two. They might be slightly parallel but slightly next to each other. These two might be directly next to each other in the same length. These ones might be slightly off, but we'll see how that all comes along. I like how these pappy lights are all connecting to each other. So yeah, that's all quite nice. Let's get speaking of that, let's get some pappy lights put onto this runway. So we'll put them here, and they're going to be facing the, yep, so facing the planes that are approaching. So we're going to put them, say, here and here, and then we're going to put them there and there. We might have to rebuild those with a bit of symmetry a bit later, but for the moment let's just do those like that. That'll allow the pappy, whatever's happening, to work nicely. runway is closed at the moment, but we'll see if we can get, might have to just get, let's get a fence knocked down here. So let's get this done. So we'll get rid of some fencing, and we'll run a, we'll run this guy across here for the moment. Yeah, look, for the moment we're going to leave out that last runway there for the moment. How cool that we're sort of, the new runway is just forming next to the new airport's forming next to it, next to the original airport. I think that's great. So cool. Okay, let's run taxiways. So all gates and all taxiways in the new airport are going to be asphalt as well. There'll be no concrete. That's going to be another little change I'll be implementing. I just think the way it looks is brilliant, and I think I want to just change it up a little bit for my games. So that's pretty good. Let's see there. What's that? It's a public road. Yeah, okay, so we need to do that, and we will need to do this. Yep, and then I'll need to do service road and stuff, but what we'll do is we will do a, we might have to just abolish some of these. Yeah, service road to get into the airport is going to be interesting. What we might have to do at some point is just shut this down, so maybe at midnight tonight we'll leave this one open and this one. So let's just open one runway for the moment, because we've got this whole taxiway being built. So let's just open this runway, and we'll make that sort of one exit and one entry attached to the runway. Okay, so we do need an entry point put in, and so we'll do that as well. And it's going to be, so they come in this way, don't they? Yeah, so let's see here, we can make this runway entry, so we'll do this as an angled one. And if I go here to here, no, that's not what we want. We want the other one. And so it'll be this one. Oh, we did it again. And so it will be this one. Yep. And it's going to be right into the end of it as well, which is what we sort of had at the end. And I'll take off on that. That's pretty good. If I can just go a little bit of foundation here to make these guys up. And we'll have to just do that. And will it let me do the nodes now? No, it won't. Cool. Hopefully they stop and start building this one, and then we can, once it comes into maybe the last flights of the night, we can turn a runway off. It looks like most planes are leaving for the night, and we're about to go into the night shift. So we'll just go on to speed 3 for a moment while we do that, and lots of materials arriving. Interesting how this is packed out, but this one isn't sort of being used at all. So what have we got there? Well, we can put these guys on. Yep, and we can do these guys. Yep. And we can definitely do that. Yep. And then we'll just wait. Okay, what's next? What's next? So we want to be doing this bit here. Oh, they're working on that now, which is nice. That's good. And these guys are coming along with that. That's all coming along pretty well. Should be able to switch this one on now. Can we? Yes, that one's now operational. Cool. Okay, so now that it's night time, what I'll do is I'm just going to cut off the service road and see if we can just get that demolished, and then we'll put this in here, the rest of the taxiway foundations, and then we might be right to see if we can switch runway operations to the new runway. We'll turn this one off. The main large runway isn't on yet, and we'll leave that off just for a little bit because it doesn't need to be used just yet, and we'll see if we can get some traffic coming into here. These guys here are taking that apart, so that's nice. Foundation, and it's going to be like this. Yep, and then this. Once they've built that, I do like having all the builders on site as well. That's really, really good. And obviously you can't build a service road over that, so we'd have to move this at some point. If I try and get fuel in, I just got to remember that is not, that's a public road, and so it's all a bit odd. We need to just get rid of all that, but then this is all going to be demolished at some point soon anyway, while we move all the operations out to the new southwestern corner of the airport. And that's going to be lovely. In the meantime, let's see if we can just add these guys in here. Yeah, we can. Great. And there. That's good. And we're just waiting for this little bit here, and then we're literally going to, there we go, and we're going to start off putting the new airport, the new runway in. What time is it? Oh yeah, it was only morning time earlier. I kept thinking it was at night time, but there we go. So what we'll do now is we'll shut the runway down, and someone's just landed on this runway, so that's great. And let's turn this runway off now. Yep. And let's turn that runway off, and these planes here will now divert the other way and start using that one. And I'll make this an exit point here, so that'll be runway ahead, so he can be in one direction only, and he's going to be no entry, so he'll be out, and this will be in. And he'll be in, yep. So enter through there and exit through here. So they'll spin around and then come down this way. That's all pretty good. So hopefully now we can see it 5 o'clock in the afternoon, and everyone should be using the new runway. Let's go to speed 1, and we'll just see that, yeah, you can actually just see all traffic will be coming in via that now. So that's pretty good. Okay, let's get rid of you. Repair. I want to demolish this runway. How do I do that? Demolish runway. Aircraft take off in the landing queue. Close the runway first. Well, I have done that. And then okay, so maybe they've been automatically assigned to that one, so maybe we can't go ahead and do that. Let's do that at midnight. We'll turn that one off at night time. In the meantime, let's see how this is all coming along. Yes, that's pretty good. We'll have to look at what we're going to do for these guys here is important. What else can we do there? I have to look exactly what we're going to do for all these roads and things like that. I think I'll leave that all there, and I'll connect this road up here, and we'll put so I think I'll connect this road to this road, and then we'll put in a gap in there, and crossing the taxiway at some points. All right, can I go taxiway and yeah, redo these so these can stay as the asphalt, which I like. Oh yeah, okay, there we go. So at least that's like that, which is nice. Planes are now heading, so nice big journey to get out there, which I kind of like. The Sydney airport has this sort of setup where planes travel for quite a way to get to that third runway, sitting out over Botany Bay. These guys are coming along, which is lovely. Put in some more nodes before we forget, and then we can probably start using this runway at some point. I like to see how these planes take off here. They'd probably be up in the air about here, so that'd be pretty cool. But that runway's built for when we get very large jets in, so that's nice. Once we demolish all this, we can bring this runway in. We can extend this runway quite a bit and run him the whole length. And we will do that, actually. And in fact, that'll mean we'll have to move some roads around. But we'll do that as well. And we'll even move these guys as well. So there's quite a bit to do in New London International Airport. This plane here is waiting to take off. And I don't know if he's going to be able to, because this runway, yeah, he's showing us. What's he going to do? Is he going to take off? What is he going to do? We might have a bug there. Okay, these guys are still building that one. Just go to speed 3, see if we can push this plane out. There he goes. Hopefully all planes will leave for the night. Oh, this one's just landed. Okay, I wonder if we can turn him off. He's staying for the night, is he? 8 o'clock. See if there's going to be any more landing. Yep. Okay. This one's takeoff and landing, isn't it? Yep. Okay. We could at least start to make these one takeoff, one landing straight away, which is what the new setup will be, so we can actually do that. I think I might just go here and see if we can demolish it. Aircraft in takeoff or landing queue, close the runway first. Runway is closed. Oh yeah, okay. Wonder if I demolish this then. And these guys are ready to go as well. Can I demolish the runway? Close runway first. Runway is closed, so we take these, maybe turn all these guys off. Yep. Right, that's going to be me working out why we can do that. So there's obviously some problem there. This runway is an issue. Maybe there are planes routed to it. Yeah, you can take off a landing queue. Exits. How do we do that? We might have to save the game and come out of the game there just to save it. Shall we see a flight take off from the new runway? Let's do that. Let's see him take off, so we can do this and this, and it's going to be one entry, and we need to do an exit as well, so we'll do this. In fact, what we'll do is, yeah, we're going to need this one will be here, and it'll be, I believe, yep, there. So, and we'll put him right at the end. And a little bit of taxiway foundation just to join that one up. Lovely. Yep. Let them build that, and then we'll make this one takeoffs, this one landing, and we'll put all the nodes in. Okay, so this one here is going to be one direction, and it's going to be in that direction. Yep. And so the takeoffs will have to come all the way up to there, and this runway is going to be open. It's going to have the entry, the exit, but it's going to be takeoffs only, departure only. Yep. And this one, they're building that now, so this will be landing only, and so that's that one. Okay, so landing only, and this one's going to be takeoffs, and we'll make him turn him on. I'm getting a lot of errors over there, so that, yep, it's now stopping. And this guy's going to be this way, yep, and depart, we need these guys. Okay, cool, so our first takeoff, I believe, is there, so he's going all the way up. Let's have a look at that in real time. We'll wait for him to get all the way up. You can see the range of planes heading in there. We're going to have to do a few things here. Let's go to speed 1, and here we go, our first aircraft. This is what is he? I don't know, can't see the flight. He's a GA flight. Let's see how much he takes. Scroll right out, and I believe he's up already. So he's going to come up. Yeah, there he goes. I like that. Look at that. So we're going to have planes taking off and landing, and hopefully not clipping each other, even visually. So that's pretty good. These guys are all ready to go. Let's see him come up. So it's quite a departure there, so it might lead to some flights leaving quite late. But yeah, we'll see how that all comes along. These guys are landing here. Can you demolish this yet? Yeah, I need to work out why I can't demolish a runway. Flights in the pattern too. Oh, we need to wait till 0 flights are out. Okay, cool. So in that case, let me do something just quickly, just to fix this little mistake. So low quality exit, and it's going to be, so we go there, and shall we just go there, and then foundation, I'll just do it like this for now. Here, I thought when I was demolishing that, I thought I better have to rebuild that. Okay, let's see those guys go. Flights are waiting to take off, are they? Flights are landing. So by the time these runways are extended, they should be all the way down here, so flights will be able to come in that way. And there'll be 2 runways as well, so that'll look quite cool. Massive runway, that one. I like that. Any flights leaving? Yeah, these guys are about to leave, which is nice. So here we go, we'll put these nodes in. Cool, so I hope you've liked this. I'm probably going to do some troubleshooting off camera and just see if we can get this one resolved. Get this one, so GA, small, and let's turn him on, and let's see if we can get those 2 flights in the pattern 3. So maybe I'll just get them ready to land. Shall we just do landing? Yeah, let's do arrival only and see if we can clear that out to 0. Flights in the pattern 3 still, so that's interesting. I'll need to find out when that's got flights in pattern 0, and then I'll get that fixed. Hopefully by the time you log into the next episode you can see that runway gone, and then we'll go ahead and build the other runways and make this all complete and lovely. Hope you enjoyed that. I look forward to seeing you in the next episode of Stitch Up, and don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you then.